So we're back. Another episode of our Jewish Migratory Tribe series. You can see here, last episode we had a war, Bosphorian Kingdom. We took over their core territories here in Taurica. The Parnia declared war on Seleucid Empire with the Imperial War Goal while they were distracted with Egypt. So Egypt swallowed up basically northern Mesopotamia, and which is good in the long run. Strong Egypt is good. And the Seleucids are fighting back. You can see, taking a look at the world now, Rome is going to punish Macedon, and they'll shortly no longer exist, and Rome will eventually crush Thrace as well. So that'll happen. Carthage, in this patch, they're very weak. They actually have a revolt on Sardinia that may overtake the whole island. But you can see here, Turidantia has taken over the Straits of Gibraltar and pushed Carthage out of that area. Very interesting. And Mysia is no longer their client. Mysia might actually take Carthage. We'll see. It'll all fall to Rome eventually, so it's not a big deal. So back to what we were doing. We're waiting for our stability to get up, and then we'll do some more migratory units. Last one I did it, and you can see here in the religion map mode that it actually converted these cities to be Jewish. And we can see over here it's majority Jewish. One interesting thing to point out is that there's a Jewish pop here. You might say, well, that's one of my guys, but no. It's a Jewish Hebrew from the beginning of the series. So he's lasted all of these 36 years. And he's there. Which brought my mind to culture and integration. So right now we've got more Bosphorans than the High. After I do this pop extraction, if that remains the same, I'll probably integrate them. But I don't want to lose the stability right now. I want to save that. And if they revolt, I can crush them easily. So let's go. We're here at Cheronisos. We're waiting for our stability to rise back up, and for that we need the aggressive expansion to go down. So Minister of Excellence in a fine display has made significant alterations to the budget. We should expect to see much better revenue this year. So I could take the tax. My taxes are at 526, not bad. Or I could get loyalty for him. I'll give him the loyalty. Having him more loyal, he'll do a better job. So last time we depopulated these areas, moved away from Armenia, so they'll have a hard time making a claim. So we'll make an investment and get the stability, and now we can extract from Cheronisos, which I think, has the most pops. So let's take a look. Pops, 21 Bosphorian, 3 Scythian, and 22 Hellenic. So we need at least 23 of our pops in order to do the extraction. So put 20 down, and we'll split this and split it again and put 5. Okay, so now there's 49 there. We'll wait for it to turn to Jewish into High. There it is, at 49, and we'll take the pops out. 29. So now we got 16 to High and Jewish. So we'll merge these guys back up and go here. So Caronitis, because Charax actually has more people. Let's go back there. So back to religion map mode, you can see that changes religion and it changes the dominant culture, which can only be good for us. I've got a lot of gold. I've got some forts here I don't really need. We'll delete those. I'm not interested in maintaining those forts. I would build forts at the river crossings, but I don't think I have any. So, Sadyake Kadota. Oh, hold on. With no warfare to focus their efforts, some of our tribesmen have started to become unruly and are causing havoc in Manak. You unruly tribesmen. War Chief Kirapabhadra Trapuskar has suggested dispersing the troublemakers in one way or another, hoping for trouble eventually die off if not get in place. We can send our men, and we get 3 tyranny. They'll calm down, lose stability, or the local population can go up and the tax will go down, and we'll lose 2 centralization. You know what? Let's have the local tax go down. I don't think that Manak has a lot of people, so excellent. I lost the dysentery trait, so let's go back. So I am brain damaged. And that dropped all my skills. And I only have 148 gold, so let's siphon funds in case we get sick again. He's 59. You get more of these sickness events as time goes on, so let's just do that. So now I'm at Chirax. I want my stability to get back up to 55. I don't want to go negative stability. So I'll just let this go. But let's check out the Parnia-Seleucid War. So they're occupying Bactria. Sometimes they can take it. But now the Parnia are losing out to the Seleucids. So we'll see. We'll see what they can do. They made a good run when they were fighting the Egyptians. But now the Seleucids are coming back. So, and I think what will happen here is the Seleucids will probably take Parthia, this area here. I think that's relatively good for us. Like I said, the Moria will eventually come and wreck this area. But a stronger Seleucid Empire means it'll take less time. And it means that we can capture whatever's left of Parnia and then declare war on the Seleucids to get this area. And by that time, we should be super strong. So you can see, so we've received word from local officials, Province Tarka, that several provincial food stockpiles have been looted by malcontents. How dare they? Owing to the contempt for the government across the area, it seems they hope to make tensions worse by forcing hungry people to action. In any case, it will not be cheap to replace the stolen goods. So if we replace it, the guy gets loyalty and the province gets loyalty. So we'll replace it, spend the money. So you can see here the Bosphorus Kingdom is doing their thing against the Scythians. Now the Scythians are allied with me. I don't know why they're not calling me into this war. Probably because I have a truce. But if that happens, that's okay. We can just take it from the Bosphorus. I don't want them hanging around. And the other thing about it is the Bosphorus, if we go to culture, right, they're a different culture group than us. So if they take the land and then make them Bosphorian, then we'll have a harder time assimilating. So we'll definitely do that. And we already have a claim on Bosphoranum, so we can just declare war again and take that. But eventually our goal is to get over here to Parnia. So we can settle in Zavender. They want us to have a border with the Armenians again. No thank you. Armenians are very strong. And it's because, look at the culture group, Armenian. And so they can raise huge levies. And their traditions are pretty nice. Their heritage is very good as well. So we're not going to settle Zavender. I'll just leave that up there. So the Scythians are coming back. Looks like, I don't know the Bosphorans shouldn't have a big army. So here, 2 of our tribesmen had come forward today, asked for help setting ownership over a gold amphora. They keep finding these golden objects. You know, I don't know if people are just throwing them away in the steppe, but I think they're stolen. So Irawanta Kosika believes it belongs to him, as he's the one to find it, whereas Pri-Yansari Rini Kosika says it belongs to her, it was discovered on her land. Okay, so these are clansmen and women. So this Aryan Kosiki, his loyalty 67, that's not bad. He doesn't have a position, he doesn't have a power base, I don't really care. She is in the same boat. So I could get gold and take tyranny, but like I said, stability is king. So we're taking stability. And now Charax is the next one. There's 20 pops here. Great wonders. Sorry, misclicked. So I want to view the pops. So there's 18. I'll just settle 20. So go here. One thing to do. So I've got 15. I've got a, let's see here. This has 20, 10, and then 19. Okay, so let's get these extra units. I like to have even stacks. It's just easier to manage. Let's get them over here, and we'll do the selling once they get over there. So I've got this 10th anti-migration. Yeah, okay. So this is still at 0.02. Scythians are coming back. What are they fighting over? Take Bosporanum. So the Scythians actually started the war. Well, that's not smart. Why didn't they wait? Okay. You started the war and you're losing it. They took your capital even. So now I'm sick again. This is why you scheme the influence. And now I'll seek treatment. Well, why you siphoning the funds. Sorry. So medical accident again. I get maimed. So they just want to ensure that my leader sucks. If we go back to the leadership screen, you can see here he's maimed. He got dysentery again. And now this -2 marshal. So he's down to 3. So he was at 5. Good thing he had 9 to begin with. Okay. So now there's 22 here. Okay. So I'll select the 7500 that. And it's 24. And what I wanted to do is I'll just settle the 24. Okay. And this will shift. I'll take them out. I'm left with 24 there. And now Caronitis is the next one to fall. This one I'm pretty close to 55, so I'll do it again. There's 20 here. I just settle 20. Should be enough to change it. Yeah. And then I'll pull them out. And there you go. Well, let's go back here. So I could pull out more, drop my stability even more, but I'm not planning to fight wars, so I might as well just pull this. Now Fangoria only has 13 and they have 12, but I'll still do it to kind of convert the religion, because they're cities. It's more important, because pops will move there and then they'll convert. So it's the high Jewish, so pull them out. Okay. Then go to Garippa. And let's see, pop conversion speed. I'm going to take that. The next one is Garippa. Now, these pirates, here's one thing about extracting migratory units. If you have ships in port, it won't allow you to do it. So these pirates, I think, are coming back to this port. So let's see if we can get it done. This is a risk because if they come back into the port before the end of the month, which I think they did, then I can't extract. Yeah, you see there, it's not possible with ships in port. There's 32 or 25 there. Not much to do. Now what I could do is move them to Fangoria and then extract them. So I'm going to try that. It's either that or hiring the mercs. And I don't want to hire the mercs. So yeah, so future thought, you should probably, so Garippa, move those two, Heptatics Indy, Alonic Bosphorine. So now they're at 28 of 25. I just need to get this to 4 more pops to get it and make it my culture to extract, and then the city will fill up on its own. So I don't want to move from Panopticon. I want to move from Garippa. I got 20 Jewish to high there. So that's 4. And now I'm to high Jewish, and I'll migrate. That's it. So Garippa's all filled out, and it's the high Jewish, but these pops will migrate out. They'll probably go to the province capital. Either way, I could, when I get more stability, I can move them out and do it again. So now all that area is Jewish. This reverted back to Bosphorine, which is fine because there's so many of them, but it'll slowly convert the area. So I'll just leave these guys here. It's a strategic area, good for going. And let's see how the Parnia doing. Have they made peace? Nope, they're still fighting. So I will take this time with these 20 stacks and start to populate all these lands. So I'll start here, just work my way up and just populate all the lands. So there we go. So I can get another sacrifice, and now let's hit it up by 0.02. I'm in the negative. It's not good. You can see even with -3, your population happiness goes down. So the treatment is successful. So now I want to siphon funds again, because he's going to get sick again, and it's not going to be good. So with all this influence and the treasury, I could have, one, I could have pillaged to get more influence. I didn't show that. But I could, they find no fortune here, okay. I could have founded a city. It's actually not a bad idea to found it in my capital. But I also could move my capital to one of these places in Tarica, which is not a bad idea either, because there's so many cities there. It gives it an advantage. The city will actually move, and it's probably a better idea. So Cheronesus is great for a city, and it costs 80 political influence. I think I will do that. Tarica's nice. It's got a lot of valuable territories. I know I wanted to stay with my capital in Cynthia, but I can always move it back, and in the interim, since there's so many cities, the productivity is high, it'll keep unrest down. I think I'll do it. Yep. So now I'm there. So that shows you how easy it is to move your capital as a migratory tribe. I'm going to build a fort. I don't know why he didn't have a fort in his capital. Now Scythia needs a new governor. I'm going to put this Cadota guy. I don't know if his traits are all that great, but he's got high loyalty. I just want to keep the place loyal. So Zabender and Palaache. So Palaache is interesting. I could put it there and have that as just a different place It's a different region, so it will give you additional levies. But more importantly, if I ever go to war with the Armenians, I can build a fort right there, and they can't come the straight way. So I think I will do that, and build a fort. Food and other things will always be an issue here. And it gives another governor who can act crazy, but that's fine. That's Palache. Now I have imports to do. You can see here I have different imports. So once again, I'm going to go with the battle imports, leather. I wish I could get base metals, but I can't. And the other import I'll get my Freeman happiness, because my tradition is pretty good. The earthenware gives Freeman output, which is also based on their happiness. But I think that I will go with the fish. But before I do that, one thing that happens when you go to these regions and you haven't blocked surplus and you change capitals, you're actually exporting surplus. So I'm going to cancel those. Okay, you can see Tarka is just importing everywhere. Okay, and that's the value of moving my capital here. Now I'll go back to the imports. You can see here now I've got all these surpluses, and I actually don't need the surplus of leather or earthenware. So I will take surplus of fish to give me the bonus. I'll trade with Armenia. I don't care. And then what can I get 2 of to give me a surplus? I already have grain. I already have cloth. The wild game gives archer discipline. So I can get surplus of horses or steppe horses. So with my tradition, my levies should have steppe horses. Or I could do livestock. It'll increase the food and the pop promotion speed, or honey. But let's go with the vegetables, because still I probably won't move a lot of slaves now that I'm pretty set. And the savings aren't that great. Honey gives 0.4, lots of money. And the Diplo rep is high, but not really worried about that. Let's go with steppe horses. Okay, so now that gives a discipline bonus and population output increase. And population 28 of 41, which is not bad. Okay, so I'm building a fort there. And I'm going to populate those empty lands over there. So now the region I'm in is Taurica, which is great. The unrest is down, and there's lots of good resources here. Other thing is I may get a visit from Diodamus, the explorer, my good old buddy. So these guys are losing food. I will settle. Wow, 6. That was really well populated. So I'll settle out this area, which is Scythia, and this area is Taurica. So Taurica should be fully populated or settled once I'm done. So I call Omen. I will call stability again, and now my stability is back up to 58. So see, I took all that land, and my stability is still high. Let's see, and like I said, the Seleucids, they do their thing. Now they got a revolt on their hand that could change things, and they're at war with Armenia. Wow. Oh, wow. Let's see, why are they at war with Armenia? Take Armenia more matters. Karanosos. Oh, they're allied with the Seleucids, so that's why. Let's see. Oh, so they want to take that? Oh, Armenia's going to win that easily. It looks like Scythia is not going to win. I don't think that they'll give up their land. So, I don't know. The Bosphorans, they'll run out of people pretty soon. So Zembender and Volna. Oh, okay. So I'll colonize this instead of settling. Right. Okay. Alright, so settle that there. So Zoidan Nechek. One thing to do, so my tribal chief. We've increased in rank and now we're a major power instead of a regional power, since we now have at least 100 territories. We can threaten war, we can support rebels, we can have alliances, and we get all of these bonuses and detriments, which is good. So that's one thing about being a migratory tribe, is I settle these lands, I increase my rank very highly. Also means diplomatic relations go up, all types of different bonuses and benefits. But let's keep going with the settling, and one of the main ones is I get another import route. So, so now I'm back. Let's see. So now the base metals are open because I increased in rank. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel one of these, and I'm going to do the base metals, and I'm going to get it from Egypt. So now I can actually trade with Egypt because I'm a major power. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So we're colonizing this land. Alright, so the treasury of Adivarke Kodota. So he's got his hands on some silver, and he's been bragging about how he's like me. Listen, you're not brain damaged, and you're the governor of Scythia. So he'll lose a lot of loyalty if I take it from him. So I'll just have to let him keep it. So now, since we're a major power, another family has risen up, and now we have to keep them satisfied. So we've got a war chief position open. We'll give it to them. That'll do it. Now we're at 184, and it's time to think about getting a tradition. Won't do that yet. Let's settle these lands first, and let's see what happens. So Seleucid revolt still going on. They took Zarkarta, giving them a fort, which is a benefit to them. The Armenian Seleucid War ended. Armenia took the land, obviously. So we'll see. But that revolt in Armenia means Parnia may be able to survive. I doubt it, but so settle that. Let's finish out this territory. One thing is, I didn't look at my missions. I got the Matter of Parthia. If I board it, I could probably get a Taurica mission, or it'll give me a Scythia mission. So I'll lose stability. It's not a big deal. Let's just see how this goes. So I just want to set out and finish out this province if I can. And then after that, it's time to settle. Well, actually, probably a slip of the tongue, we'll lose loyalty, or it'll get in the dungeon. Well, his loyalty's high, so I'm going to give him around. So instead of going here, I'm going to go here and get that border with Parnia, fabricate a claim to the territory. So they want to spend money to get civilized neighbor, or maybe go with Topaske's right. So this guy will lose 15 loyalty. Epakos. Oh, and he's a chief. If I go with that, so I'm going to say he's right. So they're giving it to the Scythians, so that's unfortunate. For one thing, I don't need a fort here anymore. And to get ready with this war with the so this guy's fallen ill with the Parnians or the Seleucids. Let's build some forts. I know that fort's on fish, but it doesn't matter as long as it controls the river crossing. So Bosphorans are still fighting. Parnian Seleucids are still fighting. You can see Parnia took another piece there. This is what will make it hard for the Seleucids if they can't get this revolt over. Because they'll have to chase the revolt and Parnia. Yeah. So that war could go on for some time. So we settle there. So I just want to settle out Darn, which is this province. So I'm missing a high priest. I'll give it to this guy. See, he's marshal. Yep, he's a member of a major family. Select. And I can settle Zavender. I don't want to settle Zavender. Armenia, keep your attention and focus south and fight with that. So I could get gold here in tyranny or stability. I'll take the stability. And so it's at 65. And another reason I'm not interested in going to war with anybody else is the fact that my aggressive expansion will just go up. So now I can't even settle there because it takes 3. But this place should have, this area should have lots of pops that I could extract. Well, actually, Darn may have them. There's 30, no. Let's see. There's 40 there. Always extractable. And, yeah, this one, 66. Wow. And then this one, 74. This is 30, but they're all Legion. And here, 36. So this has 74 pops and 29 to high. So I will go there and extract them to make some more migratory units. Alright, so it's 494. The Bosphorans have finished their war. I think it's a good time to end this episode. Let's see, can we declare war? Yeah, we can. And it's a great time since they just finished. So we can now take this land, and the Bosphorans should be an easy conquest. All right, take care.